and welcome back to
Chikahan Ba?
Again? You are?
I'm, ano bang pangalan ko? I'm Chika Mom Sheila.
I'm Chika Mom Abby. Chika Mom Carol or Claire.
And Chika Mom Eunice.
And our second episode, like we promised from the last episode, we're going to discuss about money matters. Right?
Kaya kung napapansin nyo,
Naka-green kami.
bakit green? Requirement natin sila yan. Bakit green? Because
Kasi green
is
is the color of money.
Okay.
Dolyares, okay?
Dollar.
Pati panty ko green.
pag sa Pilipinas, hindi pwede maraming colors yung
Rainbow.
Rainbow color. So anyways, the reason na napili natin tong topic na to is because money does matter. You agreed, right?
Yes.
Because unfortunately, money does make the world go round. However, money is not everything. Okay? Pero talagang everybody needs money. Okay? Would you agree?
Yes.
So for me, why does money matter? Because if we don't have money, we can't buy anything. Right? Can't even buy food.
Simple as that.
As simple as that, right? And hindi natin dapat sinasamba ang pera. Okay? And I think when people do that, doon na nagkakaproblema. The greed, sets in, and then doon nagkakaroon ng mga chaos and mga pag-aaway, right? So for me, I think it's an important topic to discuss kasi number one, I do have credentials. To back that up, I have securities license for investments, insurance license, and a loan originator license. So everything that, if I ever give tips, it's always based on my credentials and experiences that I have. Although I will admit I don't know everything, and I think money is something that you learn about almost daily, right? And it's important to always talk to the right people when it comes to money. Okay, so for you guys, why do you think money matters?
Ako talaga, sa akin na
Sige na, Clara.
I guess ako yung
Girl,
Why does money matter? Ako kasi, alam nyo, nung nag-work pa ako sa Philippines, siguro kasi bata pa ako nung nag-start akong mag-arte-artista, and then I was earning, when I started, I wasn't really earning a lot. Kasi, nung buhay pa si Papa and everything was still good with our family, ang priority kasi ni Papa talaga sa akin is school. So, yung pagkanta-kanta ko po on the side lang. So, I wasn't really earning, a lot. Pero, nung nangyari yung accident nga sa family namin, that's when I started working full-time. And money mattered at that point for me. Kasi, we needed the money, I had to work, I stopped school. And, yun, basta nung time na yun, work lang ako ng work. Pero, hindi pa rin ako ganun ka-knowledgeable about money. Parang para sa akin, at that time, yung mindset ko was, I need to earn, I need to work because I need to earn, I need to money, and I need to pay the bills. That was it. Wala akong concept of, I need to save, I need to do this, I need to save for. Yun, natutunan ko na lang lahat din sa asawa ko. Kasi yung asawa ko po, finance guy din. Parang si Ate Sheila, marami ring alam about finance. Kaya buti na lang, siya yung pangasawa ko. Kasi ako po, ako kasi, lalo na dahil sa nangyari, I think dahil sa nangyari sa family namin. And I know it was because of that. Ever since I lost my brother, parang ang naging motto kasi was carpe diem, live the day. I live for the moment. I'm not saying na, gastos ako dito, gastos ako dyan. Hindi naman. Pero parang before, I never thought twice. Like pag may gusto ako, I'm kind of impulsive when I buy things. Pero ngayon, hindi na. Alam nyo, hindi na ako mapabili ng kahit na. Masasabi ko po, kuripot po ako compared dito sa mga to.
grabe siya.
Pero kasi naman marami silang pera kaya.
Wala.
Sana magkakataon sa akin.
Marami pera.
Skip totoo
Pero
niya.
hindi yun. Parang, why money matters? Kasi nga, lalo na ngayon may mga anak na ako, parang you really have to think of the future. Yun yung lagi sinasabi ng asawa ko. Think of the future. Ano yung may iwan mo sa mga anak mo, di ba, yung mapupundan mo, hindi yung living for the moment lang. Kasi nga, kung na-provide mo nga yung whatever it is right now, paano pag wala ka na? There has to be something set aside, especially for your children. Na hopefully, not naman to the point na para hindi na nila kailangan magtrabaho at magsikap on their own. Pero just something na meron silang pwedeng pag-umpisahan. Kasi gusto mo rin matuto sila kasi pag wala ka na, they also have to fend for themselves.
Yeah.
So yun, sino kwenta no? Parang hindi ko alam kung sino.
Sino yun?
Money matters. So, yes.
Sinagot mo, why does money matter? Ikaw naman, Abby. Hindi
Sa
yan,
akin,
hindi
syempre
yan
naman.
magtitinda ka lang ng alas. Sige lang, go.
Siyempre naman.
Ito,
Kasi,
negosyante to eh.
hindi, syempre naman. Kasi nga, nabanggit ko from the first episode, I didn't come in a, like, whole family. So, yung si mami ko lang talaga yung nagpaaral sa amin through college. So, yung in-instill niya sa amin is, mag-aral kayo para mabili yung gusto nyo. So, nung nakapunta na kami dito sa US, syempre, ang goal ko is to just work, to buy whatever I want. Because we didn't have it growing up.
Yeah.
You know, it was a wrong mentality to begin with. But because I think kasi nga gusto mo ring i-reward yung sarili mo or ano. So, at the end, tama naman yung sinabi ni Claire. Yung live in the moment, but dapat may balance din. It's not bad to reward yourself or, you know, have nice things. Pero kailangan balance. Hindi pwedeng doon lang mapupunta yung gusto mong nung wala pa ako before nung ni Liam tsaka ni Nathan, ganun yung goal ko is just to be happy and to buy whatever I want kasi gusto ko rin ma-experience. Pero nung nabili ko na sila, actually, totoo yun. Nung pag nabibili mo na yung goal mo na, kagaya nung, ito kasi tagatulong ko to para makaroon ako ng mga gusto kong gamit Wag kang mag-lie. Anyway, yung mga gusto ko dating gamit, na syempre na unti-unti mong na-afford, pag nasa yun na, parang anong sunod doon? Parang okay. Tapos, syempre, may mga gamit na parang, gagamitin ko ba hindi? Kasi may mga bagay na parang sa sobrang expensive niya. Like, hindi nakakaano siya, yung kumaano mo talaga is talagang mahal. 'Di ba? Pero, after nun, parang, ano bang tawag dun sa yung practical ba siyang gamitin everyday? Yung komportable ka bang gamitin siya na pwede mo lang iwan yung hindi kailangan aalagaan mo pa siya kung saan mo siya bitbitin, hindi mo siya pwedeng ipatong or iwan kasi nga you treasure that kasi pinaghirapan mo. But to answer your question, yes, money matters, especially balancing it, lalo na kapag may family ka na, may anak ka na. Parang hirap magmula sa akin kasi gastador talaga ako. Parang, totoo ba to? Pero yan nga, yun. Kailangan balance, tsaka kailangan magsubi ka. Ano yung magsubi? Magsave ka. Oo. Magtabi ka.
Magtabi ka naman
future.
dahil.
Oo.
Yeah, for your
Tabi ng
future.
pakonti-konti.
Yeah. Ako, like I said earlier, I think na it's important na to be knowledgeable about money kasi majority of people are very ignorant with their finances, and I can attest to that from the people that I've sat down with, and unfortunately, hindi talaga tinuturo sa eskwela. They don't teach about money. They don't teach about budgeting. They don't teach about taxes. They don't teach about investing. Right? None of that. They don't even teach you how to balance a checkbook. Right? So all of that stuff is completely you kind of learn on your own or by talking to other people. Paano kung nakausap mo doesn't have your best interest at heart? And I've seen that a lot. And unfortunately, from what I've seen, with people trusting, having that trusting nature, lalo na sa kultura natin, pag Pilipino, kala mo, they always have your best interest at heart, or kamag-anak, kaibigan, di ba? Kasama sa work, kasama sa church. And then you just trust blindly. And then on top of the ignorance, because it is not taught in schools, people can easily be misled to putting money where it should not go, right? And it doesn't benefit them; it benefits people that sell it to them. So for me, I think the money matters, but the education that you have to have is imperative. Kumbaga kung pwede lang i-mandate yung pagtuturo about money sa schools, I would definitely, I would be for that.
Kapag maaga pa lang, alam na
Maaga pa lang.
Alam mo, may
Kasi wala sa
yung
atin.
sa sinabi mo ate na hindi siya tinuturo, bigla ko lang naisip, parang ang nangyayari tuloy, parang kung ikaw yung tao na nagdaan ka sa hirap, parang mas maano ka nga mas may ano ka pa, may initiative or mas may ano ka pa na
May drive.
matutong mag-budget, kasi nga alam mo kung paano
Magkano
maghirap, di ba?
Walang pera.
Oo.
Minsan din kung sino pa yung, alam mo yung mga mahirap na tumama ng may windfall, kumbaga, biglang sila rin yung gasta ng gasta.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, depende rin I think, kung minsan kahit mahirap ka, pero tinuturo sa'yo yung importansya ng pag-budget at ano. Alam mo yon, hindi, I don't think, depende
It's not automatic.
Yeah. Pero yung iba nga, nag-save kasi alam din nila yung pakiramdam ng wala. Ganon.
Tsaka dito sa Amerika, di ba?
Walang babak
Halos kalahati ng sweldo mo, pumunta pa lang sa buwis.
Sa taxes.
Kaya buwis yan buwisit sa buhay.
O isa,
Diba?
para na naman po sa mga viewers namin sa Philippines. Alam niyo, isang trivia dito sa Amerika. Kasi akala niyo, porke nasa Amerika, maraming pera. Kasi nakikita niyo,
Kumakain
maganda yung
sa labas.
gamit, or maganda yung kotse.
Babakasyon.
Alam niyo, huwag ko kayong maniniwala agad. Kasi dito ang Amerika, nabubuhay dito sa utang. Dito, mas maganda pag may utang ka, marunong ka umutang. Siyempre, dapat marunong ka rin magbayad. Pero, kumbaga, ang gusto ko lang sabihin is, pag may nakikita kayong mga tao na, uy, ang ganda ng kotse, ang ganda ng mayaman siguro yun. Hindi automatic yun na mayaman agad yung mga taong yun. Minsan, yung mga mataong mayayaman talaga, sila yung mga simple lang, pero yung mga tao na maraming pinapakita, sila yung
Hirap na
baon pala
hirap.
sa utang.
Baon pala sa utang,
Yun
correct.
lang.
So, hindi yung tipong pinagpawisan ng kilikili mo sa katatrabaho. Tapos parang akala ng mga tao yung parang easy lang. It's not that easy to make money here.
Hindi mo rin kasi masisisi rin yung mga tao sa Pilipinas na isipin yung gano'n. Kasi lalo na social media, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung mga nandito na nagyayabang, pinapakita
Yun lang yung pinapakitang side.
Hindi nila alam. On the other side, hirap na hirap sila sa pagkita.
Apat yung trabaho.
Correct.
I mean, I guess they also deserve to buy.
yes.
Pero sa kabila mo nun, may apat silang trabaho.
Hindi lang yung ginagawa nila.
Nakakatawa or ano. Talagang pinaghirapan
It's katotohanan.
So they
lang,
deserve,
diba? Ngayon, Eunice, ikaw naman, money matters. Why?
Money matters kasi kung pag-ibig lang, titirik lang ang mata.
Abay, literal na titirik ang mata mo.
Pag-ibig lang. May pag-ibig, puro anak lang ang puro anak lang ang lalabas.
Ano pwedeng pag-ibig lang? Kailangan.
Titirik yung mata, tapos anak lang.
Sabi ko literal na Literal na titirik yung mata.
Dali, kakain na lang ako.
Ayoko na, bawal yun.
Importante talaga yung kasi kahit minsan, kami kasabihan nga, it's not the amount you earn, it's the amount you save.
Correct.
Kahit anong laki ng sweldo mo, kung hindi ka marunong mag-ipon, mapapawala rin lahat
Yeah.
Alam mo yon. So, importante na pag-usapan yung lahat. At saka, kailangan education. Hindi naman, you don't even have to go to school to get an idea. Ang daming resources. Ang daming libro dyan.
Yeah.
Ang daming, ngayon, internet. Diba dati wala.
Oo,
So,
paano natin?
alam mo yung parang, at saka ang mentality kasi nga, lalo na sa mga Pilipino, maraming akala nila pag yung kailangan na hahawakan nila ay materials.
Yeah.
Pero hindi nila naiisip na mas importante yung isipin mo yung future ng mga anak mo. Meron ka bang tinabing para sa pag-aaral nila?
Yeah.
Meron ka bang tinabi sa retirement mo para
Correct.
hindi ka aasa sa mga anak?
Yes.
Alam mo yun, ang retirement kasi ng iba,
Anak.
anak nila, lalo na yung minsan kawawa panganay di ba? Parang, anak, bahala ka na sa mga kapatid mo. Which is, napaka-unfair lalo na alam mo yun, yung parang, hindi mo pwedeng iasa lahat sa anak Kailangan, kahit pa paano, magtabi ka rin para later on, hindi ka aasa. At saka, kasi yung mga anak mo, magpapalaki rin yan ng mga anak nila. So, parang, imbes na, yung mga anak lang nila ang paglaanan nila, kailangan ka rin paglaanan. Although, syempre, as gratitude to our parents, di ba, gusto natin silang tulungan. Pero if we help ourselves first, then we won't need their help, di ba? So parang, I think you're securing their future by securing yours.
Correct.
Galing
Galing talaga ni kaya siyang pinakamayaman sa amin.
Ay, nanalo na.
Bigyan ng jacket yan! Okay,
Next question.
Okay, so obviously we're all married, right? So ngayon, we need to figure out, I guess, ang question ko sa inyo is, who handles the finances? How did you come up with that, arrangement? And how is it working for you guys?
Sa ate yun is
Sa'yo muna, dahil yayamanin, okay?
Kasi kami, nung una kasi, syempre si Jun yung sumusweldo, di ba? Kumbaga, I came into the marriage, I had no debt, pero wala rin ako sinusweldo. So, parang automatic si Jun yung tagahawak. Tapos napansin ko, siya may student loan siya, tapos meron siyang kotse. Napansin ko, sabi ko, bakit parang minimum lang ang binabayad niya. Tapos napansin ko, may interest. Sabi ko, parang nadagdagan na naman yung utang pero nagbabayad ka. So ang ginawa ko, nagbasa ako. Tapos one time sabi ko kay Jun, pwede ba ako na lang muna ang maghawak ng finances natin? Sabi niya, sige. So, pagkatapos naman, we paid off all his debt. Tapos, nag-start na kaming mag-save. Tapos, ever since then, parang naging ako na yung nag-handle. Although, lahat ng decisions namin financially, pareho kami. Hindi ako lang o siya lang. Parang ako lang yung nagsasabi sa kanya, this is how much we can spend on this, or this is how much we've saved, this is how much we're going to put into retirement, ganon. Pero all the decisions are by the both of us. Yun nga lang, ako yung naghahawak. Kasi si Jun wala rin siyang wala rin siyang tiyaga. Ako kasi I still have may checkbook pa rin ako yung parang yung
old school.
Hindi, old school na yung sinusubtract ko talaga. Yung ano tawag doon? Yung
May may checkbook at may nagbabalance ka.
Yeah, I balance the checkbook. Yun. Hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko yun. Kasi parang, alam nyo kasi, I wanna make sure na yung what's coming in is more than what's going out, di ba? Importante yun kasi ayaw namin gumastos ng living within your means.
Yeah.
Correct.
Kailangan, at saka sinabi namin noon, kahit lumaki yung sweldo niya, kung magkano yung gastos namin noon, dapat yun rin, hindi yung porket lumaki yung sweldo niya, ganun din yung
Lalaki din
gastos
yung
namin.
gastos.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, that's how we came about na ako yung naghahawak. Although, alam niya naman lahat ng, kumbaga, at saka alam niya kasi na hindi ako magastos. So, hindi ako bibili ng kahit na na hindi niya rin alam. Hindi.
Sana all.
Hindi kami nagtatago. Yun.
Okay, very good.
Yun.
Ikaw,
Bakit nasa akin yung
Huli na natin to.
Madaya kayong dalawa. Sa susunod na kayo uupo dyan. Madaya na
Taga-tawa na lang tayo.
Nakukuha tayo sa tingin natin.
Ayaw, Claire. Sino ang
Ako,
nag-
syempre, automatic si Ryan.
Yeah,
Nag-ano. Kasi nga, gaya po nung nabanggit ko kanina, sa finance siya. So, he really knows a lot about money and lahat ng sinasabi mo, Ate Eunice, ganun si Ryan. Like, yung mga yung practice na ginagawa nyo and then, mahilig yun. Kunwari, nagla-long drive kami, yung pinapakinggan yung mga about finance sa YouTube. Ako naman, pinapakinggan.
hindi ba yung
Pakinggan na lang natin CD ko.
Kasi ini-encourage niya pa ako. Sasabihin niya, kailangan mong matuto dito. Tama naman.
Yeah.
Kaya lang ako talaga wala talaga akong patience. It's bad. Kasi nga talagang umaasa ako sa kanya ng, kasi siya talaga yung may knowledge about it. But he pushes me na, you have to know this too. Hindi pwedeng ako lang. Siguro one day, man.
At least honest ka,
in
girl.
my lifetime.
Girl, I give you for the honesty.
Pero, lahat nung, like you said,
Pero baliktad lang si Ryan.
si Ryan naman yung sa amin, living within
Your mean.
your means. Hindi, sa kanya ako natuto na, like I said, di ba, earlier, impulsive buyer ako. Impulsive buyer pa rin ako, pero low budget impulsive buyer na lang ako ngayon. And most of the time, yung mga gastos ko, nakakatawa ko. Huwag niyo akong iwanan sa grocery dahil talaga ako. Mas bibili ako ng mga pagkain. Kasi yung mga anak ko, talagang pagkain mo ang luho namin. Mahilig kami, sila, mahilig mag-eat out. Oh, yun, eat out. Yun ang luho.
Yeah.
Pero, I like nice things too. I like fancy things and I think it's a Filipino thing. Mahilig tayo sa mga well, not all. Kasi ate ko hindi rin mahilig eh. Pero ako like lalo na lumaki ako sa world of entertainment, you have to look nice and may suot kang ganito, dapat may dala kang ganito. So mahilig din ako sa ganon. Pero now, nag-iisip na ako parang kailangan ko ba talaga yun? Yeah, gusto ko siya. Pero, hindi naman endless yung budget ko na pwede akong bili lang ng bili kung kailan ko gusto at kung anong gusto ko. So, pero buti na lang yung asawa ko, mahal niya ako. Pinipilit niya ako.
Pinipilit ka na ngayon.
Hindi naman niya ako pinipilit. Natutuwa naman siya kung ayaw ko. Pero kung may gusto ako talaga, gusto mo yun? Oh, bibili naman. Yun kasi, hindi yun magtitipid sa amin ng mga bata. Pero sa kanya, Diyos ko, napakahirap lagi kong inaano yun. Bumili ka na ng ganito or ano, ayaw
Yung brief mo, bacon na.
Hindi naman. Lagi yung binibilhan yan. Lagi yung binibilhan yan. Si ano ba, bacon na?
Teka lang.
Uy, Nathan na.
Ikaw, Abby.
Ikaw, Abby.
Hindi, ako, sa
Sino sa inyo?
tanong, ako ang naghahawak. Kahit huwag niyo kung ayaw niyo pahawakan sa akin, hahawakan ko siya. Kasi yung asawa ko very low-key, tsaka very trusting, kasamahan pala. Napakamalas. Kawawa ng mga asawa ko, hi Nathan. Hindi, pero ako kasi, wala siyang choice. Magkalinawan na tayo. Hindi, ako yung tinatrust niya sa kasamamalan talaga. Pero, yun nga, kagaya ng nag-evolve yung ugali namin. Kasi from kami lang dalawa, so we've been married for 10 years, tapos 5 years na kami lang, tapos we had Liam. Simula nun, hindi na ako selfish. Hindi na yung purong ako, or yung konting future, sa future, ganyan. Parang nag-spread na yung...
So, inaamin mo before na selfish ka?
Oo naman, kanina pa ba? Hindi kasi sabi nila, di ba? Take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. Hindi.
May
Talaga,
point.
maano talaga ako, ma-reward sa sarili ko kasi feeling ko hardworking ako.
Pero nag-hardworking ka talaga.
Oo.
Talaga naman.
Talaga pati ko dati kinukut-kut ko.
Oo, nagmamasahe ka pa, di ba? Minamasahe mo pa ako
Eto,
noon.
yata pinasok na itong
Lahat na, makeup, hair, ayan, siyang nagkunting makeup sa akin.
Tsaka ano
Libre
lang
na
yung
yan.
self-taught. Kaya
Maano,
Hindi, pero
ma-abilidad
ngayon, kapag may gusto ko, kailangan may let go akong bagay. Kasi alam ko naman na ayoko silang lahat i-keep forever. Yung iba doon, investment pieces. Yung iba doon, pag may gusto ako, na ayoko na pala nito. Tapos, usually naman napagbebenta ko sila. Kaya natutuwa ang asawa ko. Natutuwa siya kasi nagme-make pa ako ng couple $100 more kahit nagamit ko yun na may mga bagay. Kaya napapayagan na rin ako. So, parang wala na naman siyang choice. Namamanipula ko lang siya. Pero ayun nga. Tapos pero yun nga with mga bagay na kailangan naming i-purchase sa future bilang family, pinapaalam ko sa kanya, which is, ang tanong niya lagi, bakit naman maalam ka pa? Kasi parang feeling niya, hindi rin naman ako papayag. Pero gusto ko rin yung malaman niya na, okay ba to? Or yung bakasyon natin, ito yung natin. So, dinidiscuss din namin as a couple para walang sisihan at the end.
Hindi ko talaga nasagot
Parang
yan.
hindi
Kami
yan,
rin, ganyan din. Laging couple. Siyempre, pag married na kayo, laging couple kami na mag-decide. Lalo na yung mga major
Purchase.
Oh, yeah.
purchases. Oo.
Definitely.
Kasi, siyempre, dalawa na kayo na nandun sa family na nag-earn. So,
Okay.
yeah, tama.
Ayun. Saka yung namin ngayon, ang treat namin usually sa family namin is bakasyon.
Yeah.
Kasi yun
Kailangan yun.
Experience.
Bakasyon kasi yung apart from your work here na parang ang hirap kumawala dun sa realidad na yung buhay is stressful, which is everyone else's, di ba? May stress na, kahit hindi yung family circle mo, nasa stress ka dun sa mga kamag-anak mo, yung mga syempre tutulong ka doon and stuff. So, para makawala ka sa environment yun, parang gusto namin nasa iba kaming planeta para, para mahirap kami makontak. Pero yun lang yung treat namin, na parang you live a little piece of, yung mo
Fruits of your labor.
Oo.
Medyo ma-enjoy mo
Tsaka
din.
gusto naming ma-learn din yung culture ng ibang lugar, tsaka yung pagkain, yung pagkain at tsaka travel. Yun na lang. Sabi ko kahit mawala na lahat para basta makapagbakasyon tayo dito. Sabi ko kahit pagbili na isang bag ko dyan, basta punta tayo dito.
Okay.
Oo, yun.
Okay.
Ikaw, sino naghahawak sa inyo?
Maniwala kayo. Ako.
Naniniwala kami.
Alam mo si Bing sa amin ang mas sa ay kumbaga siya yung mas may control. Ako talaga medyo pag ako gusto ko talaga. However, I will say this na nung nag-start pa lang kami ni Bing, talagang para kami mga hampas lupa.
Nakwenta mo sa akin yung may $1 ka na lang.
$3 naman din. Totoo yun, nagsisimula
Nagbabayad din. Meron kayong baby.
Oo, nagsisimula kami ni Bing at talagang nung nag-nurse na rin ako noon, no? Ang sweldo ko, dahil si Bing nag-aaral pa noon, hindi pa siya tapos mag-aral. Yung sweldo ko, kinakailangan ko pang mag-work ng 8 hours of overtime just to make things,
And make
ends meet. Okay?
Nag-school si Ninong Big noon.
Nag-school siya. As in, ang natitira na lang sa checking account ko, $3. Every pay period. Kaya literal paycheck to paycheck. That's how we got started, right? And to think we were very young parents. I was 23, si Bing 21. Di pa nga tapos may uhug-uhug pa siya. Joke.
Nirate ko kasi kagad. Sige,
Pero kahit may uhug siya, gwapo naman ang asawa ko, di ba? But to make, na parang, one thing that I remember doing is, kahit na hirap ako, I made sure na naglalagay ako ng pera sa aking retirement. I started at 23. 200 lang yun a month. Kumbaga, yun na lang iniisip ko at that time na yun ang ipon ko. Pero wala wala kaming savings, right? Hanggang sa nakatapos sa sibing ng pag-aaral, we were so used to just having my salary. So nangyari, nung nagkapagtrabaho na si Bing, parang yung salary niya, biglang, oh my God, parang ang laking sa amin. Laking luwag sa amin. So, ayun, nangyari, nakabili kami ng house within a year. Pero mula noon talaga, ako na talaga yung naghahawak ng finances. Now, even though, alam ko, I really do like nice things. One thing was for sure na kahit bata ka, kahit ganun ako, inuuna ko muna yung kailangan. I paid for, lahat ng bills bayad. May bahay na kayo mo, 1 year pa lang. To think, nagbuntis pa ako kay Calvin noon, di ba? Tapos 5 months pa akong di nag-work. Pero nakaipon kami for the down payment ng bahay. Within 1 year lang nagtatrabaho si Bing. So, kahit ganon, kahit kami medyo may paggagasto doon kasi nga ako I like to reward
feeling
myself.
ko ngayon ka na lang nung mga bata-bata mga years. Hindi ka naman bumibili ng
Hindi ako bumibili
So,
noon. Matter of fact, nung
tapos
buntis ako, ang ginagamit ko pang damit kay Bing. Kasi I couldn't even buy maternity clothes. Ang gamit ko talaga yung jogging pants niya. I only had 1 pair. Kasi talagang hindi na kaya. Shorts ba naman ang result yung basket ng asawa ko. Ang laki-laki ng tiyan ko. I gained like 53 pounds. So, bumili naman ako isang shorts na pang maternity. Paulit-ulit na lang yun, Nagtutotong joke lang. Hindi naman. Isa lang. Kada lang, lamauli. Pero as we got,
Nag-shrink na yun.
Nag-shrink na nga. So hanggang sa, ngayon, medyo kahit pa paano, nag-save kami for college ng mga bata. Kaya yung mga anak ko, they're 24, 27, wala silang student loan, right? Tapos kami ni Bing, we made it a point na kung lumalaki man ang kinikita namin, dinadagdagan din namin talaga yung aming mga savings, yung investing namin. Hanggang sa ngayon tapos na mga bata, and kumbaga, nagre-reward pa rin kami sa sarili namin. We still go on trips. Pero the main thing that namin is kailangan ayusin muna na lahat ng bayaran, we are paying ourselves first, which is by investing. Kaya ngayon, alam namin na we're in a good place. Hindi naman kami mayaman, pero I think the keyword is komportable. Komportable kami na hindi
Narinig niyo yun, guys.
pag tumanda kami ni Bing, nag-retire kami, hindi namin kakailanganin umasa sa mga anak namin. Right? At saka siguro kahit paano, they will be okay. They will be taken care of. So, yun, sa amin, ako nagmamanage. Si Bing naman, rin yan Bing likes, ngayon, alam mo naman, kasi si Bing, din yan pag may nagustuhan yung list, naging hoarder. Parang, tulad yan,
Naging hoarder? Bakit?
Kasi yung natuwa niyan, ako daddy, sorry ha, collector si Bing.
Collector naman, hindi naman hoarder.
Kunwari may gusto niya isda.
Ayun, yung aquarium.
Mga mami siya, he likes a lot of
Si
things.
Kuya Bing mo maraming mahaling halaman. Halaman dagat. Ilalim. Sirena, may sirena.
Baba nila, na yan, dagat.
Sabi sila, Jezabel.
Diyos ko na. As in, si Bing, pag meron siyang natutukan na hobby, all out naman din siya. At hindi ko naman talaga siya dinideprive kasi he really works hard din naman. Di ba, June?
Hindi kasi pag hindi niya hindi naman nakakabili na kanya.
Pero bago ako bumili ng gusto ko, taking care of me yung mga lahat ng mga gastusin nakapagtabi na kami na for investing, di ba? So, yun, pero lahat ng major decisions, natural, pinag-uusapan namin yun. Pag kung ano man ang mag-i-invest or whatever, kaming dalawa, it has to be a mutual decision, right? Hindi pwedeng gusto ko lang, tapos although ang nakakatawa sa amin ni Bing, yung alam niya na naman na yung alam mo yung pag nabili ako tapos pinapatago ko kay Karina, alam mo naman.
Pwede ba yun?
Hindi, yun naman
Natago mo pa?
yung ano mo yung talaga.
Talaga?
Kasi pag medyo pag napapadami.
Hindi kasi ang nabutan ko.
Nabubuking na si Shin.
Ang nabutan ko kasi yung daddy maganda ba? To sabi ko, parang maganda yung isa. So may opinion si Ninong Bing, which is, ang galing. Talagang sabi ko, wow. Kasi yung asawa ko, pag Ninong, baby, wala pa ako. Sabi niya, parang katulad din Ninong Bing. Sa kanya kasi ang isang bag, magkakapareho yan kahit anong kulay at laki. Sa asawa ko, ganon. Tsaka alam mo, pag binibili ko siya, kasi nga, di ba, bibili ko muna siya ng, gusto ko kasi ng asawa ko ng white t-shirts. Hanes, mahilig siya sa white t-shirt. Yung Hanes lang. Kahit nga yung t-shirt niya sa Pilipinas.
Ay, papapas ko sa kanya.
Alam mo ba? Ay, mangutim-ngutim na. Ay, nasa kanya pa rin yun. So, pag bibili ko siya ng bago, hindi niya sinusuot. Tapos, pag magbabakasyon kami, abay, lahat kanya bago, sa akin luma na. Kasi pag ako may bago, gusto ko suot kagad. Gusto ko na-enjoy ko. Kasi yung mga bago kong ano ngayon, Shein na lang. So, sa akin, okay, kahit nga ito, tinan mo, tas-tas nung dumating.
Anong Shein?
Bakit ito yung
Shein?
Shein yun.
Ano ba yan?
Guys, hindi tayo Shein.
Bakit ka nag-plug? Hindi ba
Hindi ba
Ay, bawal pa, sorry.
Oh, hindi tayo sponsor ng Shein. Welcome po kayo.
Tito Mari at tahet, aritas-tas. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, ito nadali ko sa $4. Nadali ko sa $4. Tapos sabi ko,
Oh, yan,
pero
Abby.
sumikip pa.
Naka-5 carat.
Priorities, investment,
Oy,
diba?
kaya ng proof ng money matters. Pag mura yung binili mo, natatastas.
Make sure na may tennis kayo. Hindi, joke lang.
Kumbaga, I think in the scheme of things, kailangan unahin mo muna yung pagbabayad ng
yung mga
necessities. Then make sure that you pay yourself first, and then kung may sobra, then
Extra na lang,
yung sinasabi, enjoy the money kasi nga life is too
You
short.
don't know,
Life is very precious, especially kumbaga lalo yung family natin, di ba? Yung sa side nila June. I mean, we're katulad yun, nagka-cancer si Tita.
Ako kasi yun nga eh. I think yun yung para sa akin what makes it hard for me to think that way. Hindi ko naman sinasabing mali. And I appreciate the fact na yung asawa ko, ganun siya. Which makes it good for our
Nababalance.
family.
Yeah.
Nababalance. Kasi ako, parang nawala na talaga ako sa way na gano'n. I mean, yeah, I save money. Pero like, hindi malawak yung ano ko sa, kailangan ko mag-invest, kailangan ko natutunan ko na lang talaga yung lahat kay Ryan. And yun na nga, I depend on him for that. Kasi, because of my past experiences, parang feeling ko lagi parang there's not enough time. Parang, parang kailangan ma-enjoy. Kasi nga, with what happened with my
kuya mo.
Pero yun na nga, pero hindi rin naman pwedeng laging live in the moment lang. Kasi mamaya hanggang 100 ka palang wala ka ng pera. Di wala eh.
Yeah.
Yun nga.
So,
Kasi
parang kaya may balance
Nothing is promised. Hindi mo alam kung magtatagal ka. Hindi mo rin alam kung
So, balance.
Diba?
Dapat
Yeah.
balance.
Yung isbat, walang mood.
I'm sorry, it's concrete. This is not good, okay?
Base guys.
Ayun.
So, yun. Okay. So, at least we have an idea. Kasi, alam nyo naman yung, minsan, the viewers like to see how,
Other people. So, hindi kami mga normal po.
Hindi
Kaya
kami-
hindi po kami.
Hindi, normal tayo. Kasi
Tama
I'm
pala.
sure
What
lahat
I
ng
meant,
mga tao, pare-pareho rin yung mga
pinagdadaanan. Oh, exactly.
naman. Or I'm sure makaka-relate.
at saka importante yung transparency sa mag-asawa, sa pera. Kasi, unfortunately,
Teka muna, may tanong ako. Yung meron kasing mag-aasawa na shared yung bank account, how do you feel about yung hiwalay ang pera? Kayo ba? Accounts you all joint?
Ako, kami may joint accounts, pero meron din akong account na akin. Pero si Ryan, lahat kasama ko. Hindi, meron din yata siya. Pero I mean, he's very transparent naman about like what's in there. Ako rin, ganun din naman. Nasusurprise lang siya sa akin yung mga Amazon na dumadating sa bahay. Pero yeah, meron kaming joint, meron din kaming hiwalay. So,
pero you both know each other's accounts.
yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Ikaw.
Meron kaming separate, tapos may joint din.
Okay. kami lahat na accounts namin joint eh. The only ones that separate is yung mga individual retirement accounts namin, which has to be separate to begin with. Pero every single account, shared namin. Checking, savings. At saka, I can't hide anything. I have no intentions kasi unang-una, si Bing ang IT. Right? So, siya ang nakakalam
niya yung
lahat
mga
ng
account mo.
password ko. Minsan nga sabi ko, Daddy, ano yung password ko doon? Pati phone ko, everything. Alam niya naman yon. So, very transparent lahat ng gastos, lahat ng ano. Tsaka nakakatuwa si Bing na magpapaalam yan, Mami, pwede ba akong bumili ng ganito? Di, nagpapaalam naman pag meron siyang mga purchases. Or minsan naman, nakita ko yung American Express, Daddy, ano tong arms? Arms, kasi ngayon nahilig naman sa baril. Diyos, Panginoon ko.
Alam mo,
Anyways.
yan din si Ryan, nagpapaalam, bibili lang ng shoes or ano. Sabi ko, ano ka ba ikaw? Nagtatrabaho ka, go, bumili ka. Eh ako, hindi na.
So, kami,
Nakikita na niya yung Amazon doon.
I think yung individual accounts, as long, sa akin lang is as long as transparent kayo sa isa at nag-agree kayo sa ganun, if it works for you, then
Yeah, whatever. I think
Whatever
that's
works,
what
right?
it is. Whatever works
Works,
for you.
oo.
Hindi kasi merong mga mag-asawa na parang they divide the expenses. Parang yung lalaki sa bahay, yung babae sa bills.
Yeah, meron din.
Parang,
Ay, ganun kami.
Ganun ba
actually.
kayo?
Ganun kami,
Okay.
pero meron kaming joint na Tapos nagpapaalaman pa rin. So, hindi actually namin alam. Pero actually, it works. Kaya
yung
basta,
yung mga sweldo ba? Ako kasi hindi ako makarelate sa inyo si Jun. Ako may kita sa akin. So talaga kailangan lahat joint. Kasi wala akong pera. Pero parang do you give percentages? Do you put a percentage of your salary into that joint? Or basta iiwan lang kayo ng tig to 200? Parang even Steven na 200 sa'yo, 200 sa akin, everything else goes to the joint account.
ayun
Is it
sa
as a
amin,
percentage? Or
lahat kay Abby.
kailangan mag-explain?
Parang yung sa amin, parang may kami, yung kagaya nung sa kanya yung 2 car, sa akin yung bahay, which is parang even lang din naman. Tapos, everything else binibigay niya pa sa akin. Sabi ko, may panggas ka pa ba, babe?
Pero so pag
Kaya wala na siya dinitira sa sarili.
how do
Parang-
you decide yung mga joint, di ba? Kanino pera yung ilalagay sa educational funds? Kanino pera ilalagay sa
Sa akin, parang
bakasyon?
Tsaka parang yun,
Ako
parang
yung asawa ko, ulirang asawa eh. Siya yung talaga. Talagang she's working for us, for the family. Lalo na ako, nag-aaral pa rin ako ngayon with my NP. So, hindi ako maka full-time ng work. And then, mayroon akong maliit. So, alam niyo po, dito sa Amerika, wala naman kayong basta mapapag-iwanan ng anak niyo. I mean, pwede ka mag-daycare. Kaya lang parang, it's also
doon na po
useless kasi parang nag-work ako, tapos nagbabayad din ako, di
Sa
parang
daycare.
nag-work lang ako para magbayad.
Mag-daycare.
Kaya, parang
Mahal
kasi
pa
ibang
naman.
tao yung nag-aalaga.
Mahal pa naman dito ng daycare, lalo sa area na to, di ba?
So ako, maswerte ako yung asawa ko. Parang si Kuya Jude, di ba? Parang he's working hard and, pretty much he's paying for everything and
Yeah.
funding everything. Trophy wife.
Ang trabaho na yun is ay trophy wife.
Trophy wife. Ako ako seasonal trophy wife kasi pag walang work, trophy wife. Pag may work, nakakatulong. Ayun.
So ako, opinion ko lang doon nga is kung it works for them, it works
Right.
for them. I don't think that would work for us, pero to each their own, di ba? Ganun lang yun. I think importante yung transparency sa mag-asawa.
right.
Yeah, I think that's
Kasi
it. Transparency.
3 leading causes of divorce is money, infidelity, and in-laws. Top 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So next episode.
Next
One
joke
episode.
lang.
Right.
So, ano na? Tips na.
Tips na tayo.
Tips na
So,
tayo.
start muna tayo kay Abby. O, di ba? Kasi, ano natin.
Sa akin pa kayo makakat ng tips. Sige,
What
ang
are
tips ko
your
lang is, kagaya nga ng summarize ng napag-usapan natin, I think mahalaga yung may transparency kayo. Kasi kung nag-work sa inyo, kahit hindi ganun yung ginagawa nila or sa inyo ng mag-asawa yun. Tsaka feeling ko kasi yung pera ng isa, once you're married, is because you join forces. Lahat talaga, pareho na yun. Kahit saan man galing na wallet,
Yep.
pareho na yun. Kung parang halimbawa, lilibre kita nito, parang, nililibre kita, pero ko din. Ganun din yun, di ba?
Exactly. Ako,
Ganun din yun. Para lang, kung ano lang masarap sa ears nyo, or kung anong nag-work sa inyo, para as long as hindi kayo, nagka-communicate kayo ng ayos at hindi kayo, yun nga, pinagtatalunan and kung sino-sino at saka nagna-numbers na kung sinong ganyan-ganyan. So, nitpicking it is basta kung ano nag-work sa inyo, go for it. Yun, transparency, I guess.
Okay, ako naman. Okay,
na.
marami akong tips, okay? Live below your means, like you said. Number 2, establish a savings account for emergency, right? You should have like 3 different types of investment accounts. Emergency funds, which is about 6 months of your monthly expenses. So, halimbawa, mag-asawa kayo, expenses nyo 4,000, you should strive to build about 24,000.
4 times 6,
okay? In your savings account. Ngayon, I mean, if you even research out there, ang daming mga high-yield savings account paying over 4% of interest. Because typically, banks don't pay a lot of interest, like less than, parang 0.01, 0.10, 0.3 something, it's very low, okay? Number 2, debt. You gotta address your debt. If you have any debt, and when I say debt, yung mga credit card debt na hindi nyo binabayaran on a monthly basis. Kami ni Bing, we put all of our bills on credit cards, pero even before the due date, we paid in full. Para hindi kami na ng interest, right? Because interest, from credit cards are averaging anywhere between 16.9 to 30.9%. So imagine if you have money in your savings account, pero may utang kayo sa credit card, how much interest they're going to charge you if you don't pay that full balance.
Nabaon ka na talaga sa
Nabaon ka talaga sa utang.
Doon nag-a-accrue yung utang.
Exactly. For, if anybody's depending on your income, you have to have life insurance. That is a necessity if someone is depending on your income. Kasi you don't buy insurance for yourself as an investment. You buy it for the people that you're going to potentially leave behind, and that income is going to be very detrimental financially to your loved ones. And I know out there you see all of these cash value policies. You have to be very, very mindful of the fees, of the cost of insurance increases for certain policies, surrender charges. There's a lot of fine print that you have to be very, very mindful of. And unfortunately, katulad ng binanggit ko kanina, because of the ignorance of the majority of the population, because it's not taught in schools, then sometimes you're getting advice or recommendations from people that you think you could trust, but a lot of them don't really know what they're doing. However, they get a boatload of commission, and that's what really drives them to sell certain products, okay? Investing for retirement. So you should at least strive to put a certain amount of your paycheck towards your retirement. And kung meron kayong mga 401k or 403 or TSP or 457, whatever employer sponsored retirement plan you have, kung may matching sila, do at least what they match. Typically, the matching is 6%. So let's say you make about 50,000 a year, 6% of that is 3,000. 3,000, yun ang ilalagay ng employer sa iyong retirement. Pero the reason tinatawag ng matching kasi kung di mo gagawin, hindi rin
They won't give it to you. So it's like free money.
free
So
money.
like 3,000 for the whole year?
For the whole year.
For the whole
So
year. So they
3,000
divide it
divided by
into
12.
like paychecks na, kasi 26
paychecks
paychecks.
naman.
So
Pero
Yeah,
yung
so
max na pwede nilang ilagay sa 401k na year.
like for this year, it's 22,500 if you're under 50. If you're 50 and over, it's 30,000. That's for the employer-sponsored plans. Now, if you have a Roth IRA, traditional IRA, maximum is 6,500. If you're under 50, 50 and over, 7,500. Roth IRA is a tax-free retirement. There are income restrictions on that, but I'm not going to get into that. But
If
the
you have
important
more
thing-
questions, email us.
and also, kasi you have to save for your retirement. Kasi nga, pagdating ng panahon na, you're in your 60s or whatever, then you don't really want to be relying on your children, right?
Yan talaga yung lagi sinasabi sa akin ni Ryan.
Di ba? At saka uugod-ugod ka na, na may arthritis ka na. Gusto mo bang you have to force yourself to work just because you didn't save enough, right? That's the way of paying yourself first. I have a lot of other tips, but I'm gonna go ahead and bigay ko sa aking sister na yayamanin. Sige na, boss siya. Go.
Ang siguro sa amin kasi ni June, never namin inuna yung kapritsyo. Like, we did all the things necessary first. Like, we got life insurance, we saved for the kids'
Future.
like Lorenzo was only 2 when we started his college fund. Paolo was days old when he started his college fund. Although what we saved is not for Lorenzo, it won't cover the 4 years, but it won't be
hard.
It won't be so hard. Like, yung iba kasi parang, I joined a thread with parents paying for college, and all of them, their solution is student loans, student loans, student loans. So, like, it's important to put, it doesn't even matter how much you put in. If you start very early, the compound interest will really help out. We started with, I think with Lorenzo, $100 a month. And then we went up to $500 a month. Yung ganun lang. And like, for now, I think 4 years he'll be fine. And with Paolo, 4 years will be fine. Pero ang hinano namin ni June, like, wherever we could save, we saved. And we didn't like, inuna nga namin yung mga necessities. Hindi kami, kasi he had to take on 2 jobs when he was starting his business. So for 6 years, talagang hindi kami nagbakasyon. Hindi kami bumibili ng bagong kahit na ano. Parang, and all of our savings, like, we only had so much savings kasi nga siya lang ang nagtataba. We had to put into that business that he started. So parang, buti na lang we were saving. So like, if we didn't have the money to put in the business, he couldn't be a partner in the business. Pero it's like, we were taking a risk na putting everything that we saved up for how many years into this business that we didn't even know if it was gonna succeed or not. But thankfully it did. So like, we always did that. We always saved, and like, we always put like the wants last.
Yeah.
And then when everything got better, yun, nakakapagbakasyon na kami. Pero we always had emergency funds. Like, and we're thankful because when he got sick, you know, instead of like doing a GoFundMe page, like, we were able, he didn't work for a year. And we were still not asking for help financially.
That's
Because we saved up for rainy days. And when it rained, it poured, and it was a thunderstorm and tornado. So like, yun lang ang masasabi ko sa mga viewers. Like, everything, you think nothing is gonna happen to you, and eventually something does. I mean, a lot of people will help you. Pwede ka naman talaga humingi ng tulong, may tutulong sa'yo.
And nothing wrong if
There's nothing, there's nothing wrong with
that.
that. Pero syempre, di ba, parang nandun yung, you're going through something so hard, and then parang yung pride mo di ba, na hihingi ka ng tulong, yung ganon. So, we're thankful that we were able to save up, and like, we were able to sustain like the way we were living, even though he wasn't working. At hindi naman ako makapagtrabaho din because I had to take care of him. So yun lang, save for very rainy days. Yun.
Tsaka yung, but the insurance I was talking about, in my opinion, middle income families, whatever, term insurance, you only need it for a temporary period of time because it's the most affordable way to get life insurance for the family. And instead of paying so much money in cash value, you're better off putting that money in investments. There's so many different investment vehicles. You just have to really learn and talk to the right people. And I think, you know, those are just some tips. I think it's important to get yourself educated so that you don't, you know, you'll be more comfortable. Like, and at the same time, you want to make sure na hindi mo rin nga dinideprive ang sarili mo, pero do, you know, unahin yung
Balancing
needs.
things
Correct. Needs before wants, and kahit mga gastador ako, inuuna ko talaga yung mga needs ko talaga. Promise!
okay na, naniniwala
Tsaka, I think, you know, pagka ka, kasi ako talaga, I like to, tsaka sila June, you know, I mean, kayo din, you know, it's good to give back. You know, yung ang lagi kong sinasabi na kaibing na, alam mo, when people are asking for financial help, it's always better na ikaw ang makakatulong kaysa ikaw ang hingi ng tulong. So, if you're capable to help in need, that's a really good thing. Tsaka, hindi ka naman umaasa ng anything in return, pero alam mo, pag talagang ang
blessings
grasya,
just
grabe
closing.
talaga. At hindi lang yung mga hindi lang, I'm not talking about material things, pero yung, you know, just people that you're surrounded with. And I think yun sa akin kayamanan yun di ba? Kasi remember, mahalaga ang pera, pero at the end of the day, pag namatay ka, wala ka rin, hindi mo madadala ang lahat ng kapritsyo mo, lahat ng ang bahay mo, ang pera mo. People will always remember you for what you did, not what you had. Okay? At saka, ang problema ko sa GoFundMe, the only problem I have with people having GoFundMes is when they're flaunting like their Louis Vuitton bags and then mag-go fund. Yun, that's not cool. You know, like, pucha, nakakabili ka ng LV, nakakabili ng Chanel, pero yung basic needs mo, magpapag-go fund ka. That is not cool, right? So anyways, anything else, guys? We wanna wrap it up? Claire?
Marami akong
Ay, teka,
natutunan.
Claire, nasabi mo siya tips mo.
Ako ba talaga mag-tip? Ako ba hinuli niyo mag-tip? Hindi, siguro ang sa akin lang. I mean, nasabi niyo na naman lahat. Lalo na si Ate Sheila. Ate Sheila is very, and Ate Eunice, you guys are very knowledgeable about, you know, kasi syempre, mas marami na kayong pinagdaanan kasi sa amin ni Abby as, I mean,
Miguel Ortiz.
being older. Hindi, tsaka mas nauna kayong nagkaasawa, you know, being, anak, sandali lang. So, ang sa akin siguro, parang, for me, yung natutunan ko being how I was with money when I was younger and now, the older I get, I guess self-discipline. Knowing your priorities, where to put your money, and yeah, again, natutunan ko kay Ryan yung saving up, having enough savings na kung wala kang trabaho, 6 months to a year, meron kang nakatabi,
Correct.
just in case. Emergency funds, saving up for the rainy day. Pero more than anything, para sa akin, ang nag-work yung self-discipline, you know, like, even though you like all the nice things,
Yeah.
you don't always have to have them. And
Correct.
I think it's enough to know na, sabi nga ni Ryan, it's enough to know na you can afford it,
Yeah,
but you don't really have to have it.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Ako kasi I live vicariously through Sheila eh. Siya yung bumibili ng mamahalin, nakahawakan ko. Nung tumigil ka, ano? So, hindi ko na kailangan bumili.
Maniwala ka dyan, meron sa closet.
inaamoy mo na lang. Ano pala yung amoy ng leather?
Hindi. Hindi totoo yan, meron yan. Sa taas.
Kuya Jun, may nakatago.
Anyways, ano? So,
Ano yung next episode natin?
it's Christmas.
Pasko
Watch for
na.
next episode.
Na naman.
Sakat na si Claire. Para Christmas gift.
Diba?
May sponsor na
Pakibend mo na lang po ako. Go fund me.
Ano, maawa na po kayo. Gusto namin dyan sa studio.
Alright,
So, ayun, ano,
Sana
haba
po,
ng episode natin.
nag-enjoy kayo. Nag-enjoy kayo
I hope
talaga. Ano, talagang...
Sana may
I'm sure
natutunan.
may-
Oo,
may
tsaka
natutunan
talagang
tayo.
purest of the pure na yun talaga yung nangyayari. Tsaka ano, ayun nga, sana may napulot kayo. In reality, talagang mahirap ang buhay. Tsaka,
Medyo kasi heavy rin yung topic na to.
Hindi.
Pero yung next topic namin,
Light
light
na.
na.
Diba?
doon na tayo magaling
Kaya
sa mga
sana,
Alright, guys.
ulit.
Magbabalik po ang Batibo. Joke! Hindi. I hope you tune in to our next episode. It's gonna be a Christmas episode. Alright? Alright, everybody. See you next time.